Welcome, dear viewers, to another electrifying installment of the TV Days Drama Digest, your go-to channel for the heart-pounding, tear-jerking, and jaw-dropping moments from Days of Our Lives. Today's episode was a roller coaster of emotions, packed with betrayals that cut deep, revelations that shook the foundations of relationships, and new beginnings that promised to reshape the lives of our beloved Salem residents. If you missed today's episode, fear not, we're diving into every dramatic detail, unraveling the tangled web of love, lies, and longing that unfolded on screen. Buckle up, because this is Days of Our Lives at its finest, and we're here to bring you the full, unfiltered story. Xander's therapy session, a heart laid bare. The episode opens in the softly lit office of Dr. Marlena Evans, Salem's most trusted confidant and therapist. The air is thick with tension as Xander Kyriakis, a man known for his fiery temper and complicated past, sits across from her. His broad shoulders are slumped, his piercing eyes clouded with a storm of emotions. Marlena, ever the picture of calm professionalism, leans forward, her voice gentle but probing. "Xander," she begins, "what triggered this anger? What made you feel like you've lost control?" Xander's jaw tightens, his hands clenching into fists as he struggles to articulate the maelstrom within him. He's a man who's built walls around his heart, but Marlena's presence has a way of dismantling them. "It's everything," he says, his voice low and raw. "The lies, the schemes, the cheating, it's all come crashing down on me." Marlena raises an eyebrow, her curiosity piqued. "Who's responsible for this pain?" she asks, her tone inviting him to unburden himself. Xander's gaze drops to the floor, his voice barely above a whisper. "Philip. And Sarah." The names hang in the air like a guillotine. He explains, his words dripping with anguish, "That's Sarah. His wife, the woman he loves with every fiber of his being, has kept a life-altering secret from him. She doesn't trust me," he says, his voice cracking. "And I don't know if she ever will." Marlena listens intently as Xander recounts the sordid tale of a fake letter, a cruel deception orchestrated by his brother, Philip, claiming that their late father, Victor, had left half of his empire to Philip. The betrayal stings, not just because of the lie, but because Sarah discovered the truth and chose to keep Xander in the dark. "She thought I couldn't handle it," Xander says, his voice rising with frustration. "She thought I'd spiral, that I'd become the monster everyone expects me to be." Marlena, ever perceptive, tilts her head. "Why not fire Philip?" she asks, her question cutting through the haze of Xander's anger. "If he's caused you this much pain, why keep him in your orbit?" Xander's laugh is bitter, devoid of humor. "It's not that simple," he says. "Firing Philip would tank the Demera takeover. We're playing a dangerous game, Marlena, and I can't afford to lose." Marlena nods, her eyes filled with understanding. "I see why you carry so much anger," she says softly. "Every time you see Philip, it's a reminder of the betrayal. And not just his, Sarah's too." Xander's silence is confirmation enough, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. The session ends with Marlena offering him a lifeline, a chance to confront his pain, to find a way to heal. But as Xander leaves her office, the weight of his unresolved anger lingers, a ticking time bomb ready to explode. A tense confrontation at Titan. The scene shifts to the sleek, modern offices of Titan Industries, where the air crackles with tension. Xander and Philip stand face to face, their sibling rivalry a palpable force. Gabby Hernandez, ever the observant opportunist, lingers nearby, her sharp ears catching every word. Philip, his expression a mix of defiance and regret, tries to broker peace. "I thought we could move past this," he says, his voice strained. "I thought we could work together, for Dad's sake." Xander's eyes narrow, his voice dripping with venom. "You should have thought about that before you forged that letter," he snaps. "Before you tried to steal half of Dad's company, my birthright." The words hit like a punch, and Philip flinches, his carefully constructed facade crumbling. Gabby, unable to contain herself, gasps audibly. "Oh my God," she murmurs, her eyes wide with shock. The revelation of Philip's deception sends ripples through the room, and it's clear that this confrontation is far from over. The battle for control of Titan is heating up, and the fallout promises to be explosive. Holly's new chapter, Wisdom from Maggie. Meanwhile, across town, Holly Jonas is embarking on a new chapter of her life. The vibrant energy of Salem College buzzes around her as she unpacks boxes in her new dorm room, the walls still bare but brimming with possibility. Maggie Horton, the matriarch of the Horton family, arrives with a warm smile and a box of homemade cookies. "You're going to do great things, Holly," Maggie says, her voice filled with maternal pride. "But college can be overwhelming. Don't be afraid to lean on the people who love you." Holly, her eyes sparkling with a mix of excitement and nerves, nods gratefully. Maggie's advice is a beacon of light in the chaos of moving day. "It's just a lot," Holly admits, gesturing to the cluttered room. "I want to make the most of this, but I'm not sure where to start." Maggie places a gentle hand on Holly's shoulder. "Start with you," she says. "Figure out who you are, what you want, and don't let anyone else define that for you." The conversation turns to Holly's dreams and fears, with Maggie sharing stories of her own youth, mistakes, and triumphs. It's a tender moment, one that grounds Holly as she steps into this new phase of her life. As Maggie leaves, Holly looks around her dorm room, a renewed sense of purpose settling over her. This is her chance to carve out her own path, and she's ready to embrace it. Tate's move-in day, sweet moments, and new beginnings. At the same time, Tate Black is also making the transition to college life. His parents, Brady Black and Marlena, are by his side as he moves into his dorm at Salem College. The trio shares a bittersweet moment, their laughter mingling with the weight of change. Brady ruffles Tate's hair, his voice thick with emotion. "You're gonna knock 'em dead, kid," he says. Marlena, ever the wise grandmother, pulls Tate into a hug. "We're so proud of you," she whispers. "But don't forget to call home every once in a while." Tate's grin is infectious as he promises to stay in touch. Once his parents leave, he makes his way to Holly's dorm room, where the two share a private moment. The chemistry between them is undeniable, their laughter filling the room as they set up Holly's bed, a shared space that promises late-night talks and stolen kisses. For Holly and Tate, this is more than just a new dorm, it's a new chapter in their relationship, one filled with the thrill of independence and the warmth of young love. Ariana's unexpected partnership. Elsewhere, Ariana Horton finds herself in an uncomfortable predicament. Assigned to a lab collaboration at Salem High, she's paired with Aaron, a classmate she finds endlessly irritating. The classroom buzzes with the chatter of other students, but Ariana's focus is on the assignment and her growing frustration. Aaron's laid-back attitude and constant quips grate on her nerves, and she's not shy about letting him know. "Can you take this seriously for 5 minutes?" she snaps, her patience wearing thin. Aaron, unfazed, flashes a crooked grin. "Relax, Ari. We've got this." His confidence only fuels her annoyance, but as they dive into the project, something shifts. Aaron's quick thinking and unexpected insights catch Ariana off guard, and she begins to see him in a new light. Could this annoying classmate actually have more to offer? As they work side by side, the seeds of something new, perhaps friendship, perhaps something more, are planted, promising a slow-burn romance that could change everything. Kat and Brady's bonding session. Back in Salem, Kat DiMera and Brady share a quiet moment of connection. Over coffee at the Brady pub, they discuss life, love, and the complexities of their relationships. Kat opens up about her budding romance with Chad DiMera, her eyes lighting up as she describes the way he makes her feel. Brady, ever the supportive friend, listens intently, offering encouragement and a few pearls of wisdom. "Love is messy," he says with a wry smile. "But when it's right, it's worth every second of the chaos." Their conversation takes a deeper turn as Kat reveals her fears about moving forward with Chad. "What if I'm not enough?" she asks, her voice trembling. Brady reaches across the table, his hand covering hers. "You're more than enough," he says firmly. "And Chad's lucky to have you." The moment is a reminder of the strength of their friendship, and as Kat leaves the pub, she feels a renewed sense of confidence in her romance and in herself. A day of drama and destiny. Today's episode of Days of Our Lives was a masterclass in storytelling, weaving together themes of betrayal, redemption, and the promise of new beginnings. From Xander's raw vulnerability in therapy to the simmering tension between him and Philip, the episode laid bare the complexities of family and trust. Holly and Tate's move-in day brought a touch of sweetness, while Ariana's reluctant partnership with Aaron hinted at unexpected connections. And through it all, the bonds of friendship and love between Kat and Brady, Maggie and Holly reminded us that, even in Salem's chaos, there's always room for hope. As the sun sets over Salem, the stage is set for more drama, more heartbreak, and more moments that will keep us glued to our screens. What will happen next? Will Xander find a way to forgive Sarah and Philip, or will his anger consume him? Can Holly and Tate navigate the challenges of college life and young love? And will Ariana's lab assignment lead to something more than she ever expected? Stay tuned, dear viewers, because the saga of Days of Our Lives is far from over. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.